So I was going to do a segment that screwed me last time I did it, where I introduce a thing, kind of like we did with Bloodywood, but it got me blocked in like Russia or something.
All right.
Where I show you guys a thing. Have you guys been hearing this stuff about a band called President?
Yeah. No. Well, I've heard their name, and like the metalcore subreddit just won't allow like anything that has to do with them to be posted because they're not metalcore.
Okay.
That's I guess I've heard different things than you have.
They're getting definitely discourse about like industry plants and blah 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 blah. I don't know why they wouldn't be allowed in the metalcore subgenre.
The metalcore mods are really like they'll remove.
Do they allow Sleep Token?
Well, that was one of the big bands that like a couple years ago. There was a lot of discourse on the metalcore subreddit because the mods were just going like removing like Spirit Box, like nope, you can't post that. Like bring me the right, nope, gone.
So
and
gatekeeping metalcore.
Sleep Token was another like big one. Architects was like can't post that. It was mostly like anything popular or what they deemed as not metalcore.
So when Green Day sold out, kind of thing, where like they stopped being able to play the small venues because they sold out.
Pretty much. Like,
okay.
I'm still I'm still a part of that subreddit, but it's really gone downhill since.
That sounds like it.
The mods is really like just drove it into the ground.
So, I'm gonna intro it a little bit because I think it's kind of neat. Band name President. They're doing the mask thing. You're not supposed to know who they are. If you know who Sleep Token is at all, they go by Vessel 1, 2, 3, and 4. They wear masks. You're not supposed to know who they are.
I see.
Kind of like Slipknot when they started. But they're now like
Slipknot
30 years into their career.
So Slipknot had like code names based on their mask.
Yeah. They were like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then also they had Clown and but one of those. They're a mystery band. But they popped up on the Download Festival. It's a big rock festival in Europe.
Yeah.
That just with no songs released, nothing. Just they're there. People started doing some digging. This was their entire Twitter profile for a while, and I'll find a way to put this in the video, but just that. And people were just like, what is this?
It looks like the control font.
And it does. So then when you go to any of these festivals websites, you can normally click on a little blurb for the band. They'll show like a picture, and they'll be like, this band is known for this, they hail from this, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. This just said, citizens, the time has come, no names, no past, no distractions, only a mission ahead. At Download Festival, the inauguration will begin, not with words, but with actions, not with empty promises, but with undeniable force. There will be no campaign, no debate, no opposition, only one truth: President has arrived. The oath will be taken, the people will decide, history will be made. That is everything everybody knew about this band.
Okay.
So then they're on a pretty heavy stage as well, like in the thing. So like inauguration rally is Download Fest, and then they posted this little snippet. Because for some reason I still fall for this stuff. I like it quite a bit. They posted this shortly after, where people started trying to think it was like Deftones stuff because crosses. People are still trying to figure out what this band was, who it is, blah blah blah. Because clearly being able to be put on Download Festival, there is a name there, some kind of promotion. Just with the simple fact that exists. But now they have a song, and I was going to show that song because I think it's pretty cool. But there are a lot of people online that are quite mad that this even exists for some reason. Like some parts of the world thinking that they're just trying to rip off how popular Sleep Token is. And then Yeah.
I don't know anything about Sleep Token.
Very popular. They're number 1 artist in the world right now.
Really?
On Billboard, yes. And
They're weirdly popular. I don't really get it.
I've never heard of them until now.
They are a pop / R&B / metal /
They used to be more metal, but
Yeah.
like they've kind of sold out in a way.
Well, I hate everything metalcore. So, might be part of why.
It's strange. But I think knowing who it is too kind of ruins. I don't know who Sleep Token is. I know people looked it up and doxed them. Like, I know that.
Well, that's lame.
It is lame because they've even now made songs about it where it's just like, you guys are screaming my name, my real name, trying to get a rise out of me, and like.
Oh, Ghost. That's another band like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Like it's like the main singer is like Papa, or well, he has a new character each album.
Yeah.
But then like the backing members are just like
They're just
Ghoul
talking.
One or whatever.
I've been listening to a little bit of Ghost.
They were also had a number 1 album a couple weeks ago. And the mystery band thing is big
Yeah.
currently. But I made a song 9 days ago. It's called In the Name of the Father. I've got an ad right now for Liberty Mutual. But this is already almost at 1 million views in 9 days, and it is their first song.
Damn.
Ever. So we'll just play it. I'll snip in like little snippets of us reacting. We'll be a reaction channel again. I'll get blocked in Russia again.
Hooray.
But I think it's cool. This is why the metalcore society would not appreciate it. I think King of Terrors is who the publication company they are signed to are as well, which is just a side note.
I mean, it's all right so far, but like, I'm not sure.
I don't see the appeal behind the confused grandpa singing
Yeah.
emo music.
I don't see
That's
I don't see what the big deal is.
Yeah.
I don't know why there is so much negativity, or even why it's getting as popular as it is either. That being said, I do like the song. I like the cool little mystery thing, but at the same time, there is a clear amount of polish here to where I started thinking, like, for this being their first song, this is definitely somebody that's been in the industry. Like, there's a absurd amount of polish to this and all the promotion.
Like, are you saying like the singer is like
It could be the whole band,
like
but
or like you think it's a different well-known band?
I think
or
it's like a
whatever?
super group. Also, I have a strange feeling that Jordan Fish is involved. Not that that's been confirmed in any way, shape, or form, but I hear Jordan Fish all over this. Not singing, but
the
production.
The production.
That's the song. This song's also great. But
I like that one better.
that's Midwest emo, Timmy.
I just don't like it.
Have you never heard
much at
where
all.
at the chili or the Applebee's doesn't have beans or something, whatever it's called?
No.
Oh, it's great. That's a song about him singing that they're at the Chili's and they order baked bean, or his like significant other ordered baked beans, but they don't have baked beans. And then she ends up like leaving him, and then the song is like, we should have went to Applebee's or Chili's or something. I'm probably messing up the restaurants, but it's great. But yeah, I mean, the problem with them and that one specifically is that everybody's pretty sure who it is.
So who is it?
I think that ruins the fun, so I didn't know if that was going to be something I said or not. But the internet is convinced that it is somebody who just won a Masked Singer in the UK. So like they kind of made it to where people were trained to hear their voice in a mask.
Yeah.
But the guy that everybody thinks it is like Charles Simpson or something. And he is one of the singers of Busted, the band that originally did Year 3000, that Jonas Brothers song. But also
What?
Fight Star is a band of his.
Wait. Is that... Hold on. Is Year 3000 a cover?
Yes. Of a Busted song.
Jonas Brothers covered that.
Mm-hmm.
Just blew my mind.
There's like a Jonas Brothers type sounding trio from the UK named Busted that he hypothetically might be from, but also he then branched out from that band, made a band called like Fight Star or something that sounds like that. But I thought it was cool. We talk about music. We talk about heavier music than most. Figured I'd bring it up. Hi, and this is super post that video was recorded. But that was a segment taken from episode 21 of the Album Sharing Sessions. It is a podcast where the three of us that were sitting here assign each other 3 albums to listen to every 3 weeks and then sit down and review them, give them scores that don't really matter because all of us have differing opinions because music taste is subjective. It's kind of the fun of it. But also talk about gaming, have my kid break in occasionally. And normally get pretty off topic, but if that sounds at all interesting to anybody that has stumbled across this video, please go and check it out. Also, since recording that video, President has now released another song and sounds more like Bring Me the Horizon, which goes off that Jordan Fish thing I was saying, called Fearless. But figured I would put this out as like a little short form, like, hey, this was a part of it. To see if anybody had any interest in it. But thanks for checking it out. And if you have any, if you feel like, or if you have any interest in having like 3 recommendations of music of albums every 3 weeks, and having people review them, and like you could play along, it's kind of like a music book club. But thanks for your time.